All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a technology that's not just changing software, it's changing the very definition of a team. We're talking about AI agents. And trust me, this is way more than just an upgrade. It's like getting a whole new kind of colleague. And this is the big idea right here. So forget thinking about software as just some tool you command. We're talking about a genuine collaborator, an AI teammate that actually works with you. So here's the game plan for today. We're going to start with that big teammate idea. Then we'll nail down what an AI agent actually is. We'll pop the HUD to see how they work, check out some real-world examples, and then we'll talk about what all this means for the future of our jobs. So what does it really mean to have an AI as a teammate? Well, it's about handing off all that repetitive, soul-crushing work, the stuff that drains our time and energy. This frees us up so we get to focus on the parts of the job that actually need a human brain, the strategy, the creativity, the big picture thinking. But let's back up. What exactly is an AI agent? It's a term that's flying around everywhere, so let's get a really clear, simple definition on the table. The key word here, the one you really need to remember, is autonomy. See, unlike an app that just sits there waiting for you to click something, an agent can remember what you've talked about before. It can use powerful AI models to actually think, and it can connect to other systems and data all by itself to get a job done with way less input from you. And this chart, man, it just perfectly captures the huge shift we're talking about. Your traditional software, it's passive. It just waits for you to tell it what to do. But an AI agent, it's an active player. It takes initiative, it learns, it adapts. It's the difference between me handing you a hammer and you hiring a master carpenter who already knows how to build the whole house.
Okay, so if these agents can just go off and do things on their own, how do they actually decide what to do? Right? Let's pop the hood and look at the engine that makes it all work.
At the heart of every single agent is this really simple but super powerful cycle. First, it observes. It's taking in all the information from its surroundings. Then, using a large language model as its brain, it plans out the next best move. And finally, it acts, using all its connected tools to get the job done. And the key is, this isn't a one-and-done thing. It's a constant loop. So the agent is always learning from what happened and getting smarter every single time. So how does that cycle actually work under the hood? Well, it's all about these core parts. You've got the interfaces, those are its senses, how it observes. The memory module is crucial, that's how it learns. The planning module, that's its brain, that's how it plans. And the action module gives it the hands it needs to actually act. And that profile, that just tells it what its job is and what it's trying to achieve. Now, this all sounds pretty cool in theory, but is anyone actually doing this? You bet they are. Let's get out of the theory and into the real world to see how a company put an agent to work and got some incredible results. So check this out. There's this major consumer goods company, and they have this massive task of optimizing marketing campaigns all over the world. This used to take a team of 6 analysts a full week to get done. Now, with an AI agent, it's a job that one single person can just oversee in under an hour. That's insane. And here's where you can see that whole observe, plan, act cycle we talked about playing out. The agent observes by automatically gathering all the marketing data. It plans by analyzing how everything is performing and writing up a report with its ideas. And then, once a human gives the okay, it acts by going directly into the ad platforms and making the changes itself. It's the whole workflow, from start to finish. And the results? I mean, the results early adopters are seeing are just mind-blowing. Take another company that used an agent to create blog posts. They didn't just save a little cash, they slashed their costs by 95%.
And this isn't just a marketing thing. In customer service, a huge global bank started using AI agents and saw a tenfold reduction in their costs. Think about that. You're getting the same result for a tenth of the price. And what about really complex internal stuff? An IT team brought in an agent to help modernize their old tech, and their productivity shot up by 40%. Why? Because the agent handled all the tedious grunt work, and the human experts were totally freed up to tackle the really gnarly problems that only they could solve.
So when you pull it all together, what you see is that agents deliver value across these three key areas. You have pure automation of boring tasks, you have collaboration, where they make human teams better, and then you have insights they can pull from massive amounts of data at a scale no human team could ever hope to match. So when you see results like this, it becomes pretty obvious, right? This isn't some far-off sci-fi thing. It's happening right now, and it's on the verge of completely changing how we all get work done.
And the market? Oh, the market totally gets it. We're looking at a projected growth rate of 45% year after year for the next 5 years. That's not just growth. That's an absolute explosion. It's a huge signal that we're on the cusp of a massive, fundamental shift in how business is run.
So what's this new world of work going to look like for you and me? Well, picture smaller teams of people who are actually managing entire fleets of AI agents. Companies will be able to grow way faster without being so dependent on hiring. Our jobs are going to change, less about the grunt work and more about creative direction. And that idea of human-agent teaming, that's not going to be some weird, novel thing. It's just going to be how things get done.
And this, right here, this is probably the single most important takeaway from all of this. For every single one of us, learning how to manage, how to guide, and how to collaborate with these new AI teammates, well, that is quickly becoming one of the most critical skills we can possibly have.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. This isn't a question of if anymore, it's a question of when. Sooner than you think, your next new teammate is going to be an AI. And the only real question is, will you be ready to lead? Thanks for joining us.